another episode of A Spirited Journey. And today I want to have a look at a magnificent gin brand, as you can see in front of me, of Assens. These are a fantastic gin company. These are some samples I've got with me today. I have the original. I have lavender. Yes, lavender, an absolutely tremendous one. A fantastic peppercorn and pear, or peppery pear, I think it is. Or peppered pear edition. Getting my tasting notes already. And this one is a tea. Yes, you heard me right, a tea gin. This may be a two-part episode, as though I do have 4 gins to go through. So, let's move some of the clutter to one side. And this marvellous glass, which is their branded glass, which I think is absolutely marvellous. All this is on sale on their website at the current moment, which is where I all purchase this from. This wonderful glass and a bottle of the original gin at the moment is £7.50. All 4 of the tea, the peach and pepper, the lavender and the original is £30 at the moment, which I think is a fantastic bargain and gets you a really good taste out of their range. They also do a slow gin as well, which I have inside, but I thought I'd take a look at their core range today of what they mainly do. So let's start off, shall we? Let's have a look at their original. I do give a suggestion card with each of these to serve with a, like crispy apple, or some twisted lime or anything else. This is all from Yorkshire. The original, this comes out 42%, and these are all distilled. As I was reading earlier on the website, they had a horrific accident which burnt down their original place, and thankfully, thanks to everybody coming together, they all managed to get a new distillery together and build where they are now, which I think is absolutely tremendous. And one thing I did notice as well, they have a nice emblem, which is like a flower design at the front of the bottle. And I noticed that the night I was looking over them and going through them again, looking over my tasting notes, that they have the similar design on the bottom of the bottle, which I think is just this marvellous little thing. You keep picking up and notice it, but silly details like that amuse me. They do suggest serving it with Fever Tree Tonic, which I can attest to does go nicely well with it. So lovely copper glass, nice room to get your nose in, have a good smell around. A good hefty drink if you want one in here. First of all, hit with the lovely, some tuna, some fresh cardamom. You can feel all the lovely botanicals coming through. You're not too overpowered by them. It's just that real nice balance on the palate, which is not too overpowering, which is really pleasant, which I do find really nice with all of these gins. You're not overwhelmed by the juniper, which I tend to find a lot of the cheaper companies do. They tend to overpower them with a lot of the juniper berries to overpower the senses and override some of the cheaper flavours that they tend to put in, which I dislike about a lot of gins. I find it quite off-putting, which is I don't drink a lot of the cheaper gins because they do that, and these I find are very palatable. As you can tell, I've been drinking them myself because they are very, very palatable gin. And do a lovely refreshing flavour. Going down really nicely. I reckon nice zest of lemon, zest of lime. You know, or maybe a twist of orange. I think that complement that original beautifully, just to offset them lovely cardamom flavours. You know, to give a bit of punch. And really back up them lovely floral herbal notes that are coming through. Really give it some emphasis and some oomph. I think that would be absolutely tremendous accompaniment to the original gin on this one. As I said, I've been through these all a few times too, and I found the Fever Tree is a lovely one that works with it. But as I would say, you know, these are down to my personal preferences and personal tastes. It does recommend Fever Tree, and I can see why. It is a nice one that fits in and accents with it properly. It doesn't overpower the gin, it doesn't, you know, underpower it. It just complements it lovely. Botanicals in the gin itself work well in combination with the botanicals in this. The actual way they produce this gin is, as I've emailed and found out today, the process of actually manufacturing this gin is in the actual still itself. So this isn't a one where they distill all the alcohol itself, get all the botanicals in a big mesh bag, like a big tea bag, pop it in with the alcohol and let it sit and mesh and maturate over time, and take it out, taste it. This one is actually distilled, and all, but as it's distilling off the big pot, the botanicals are in the big pot going up. So as it goes up, all the botanicals and all the flavours are taken over with it, which is a lot more controlled, a lot more precise way of extracting the flavours and getting a more controlled distillation of, and key to getting the exact flavour you're looking for, which is exactly what they have done with this, and which is why you get such a crystal clear spirit. So absolutely beautiful. So let's get this one finished, because then we shall have a look at the what runs and wipe out. One named please. So have a look at the lavender. As one of the key things you can always find with lavender, I took this and was like, oh, lavender. It can either be done really, really well, or it can be really overpowering, you know, where it's like a bar of soap, or it's like eating or drinking potpourri, and it's just horrible. But this is a lovely, clean, crisp flavour. It's absolutely delicious flavour, this one. On the nose, you got a lovely hint of the lavender, and you can pick up some very nice hints of like a honeysuckle, and you know, honeysuckle, like some fresh peas flowering, the real essence of summer. And you know, you got the flavours of like the cardamom and all the junipers and everything else in there. It all works together and to accent a really summery, deep flavour. This one works really, really well. I was really surprised with this one, how clean and crisp it actually comes through. Again, on the palate, you've got that lovely soft kiss of lavender combined with a touch of honeysuckle. You know, you got the faint touch of pea flowers, touch of rose, junipers, a little bit of cardamom, juniper, you know, the fresh botanicals. It is like liquid summer. It is fantastic. It really is a really refreshing gin, you know. Nice big tall glass like that, full of ice, twist of lemon, twist of lime, a bit of fresh fruit with it. On a nice hot summer's day would be absolutely fantastic and perfect for anybody to sit and enjoy. I mean, I've reordered some of these bottles for gifts for friends and family. These are absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Really do that with that lavender. That lavender, they've absolutely hit the spot with that one. It's nothing that's overpowering and harsh. It's just nice and subtle and sits on the palate. Really refreshing and good for a hot summer's day, or even for the winter. It'll take you back to sitting on the beach or sitting somewhere nice and warm with your feet up, and just remind you of summer itself. It is like drinking liquid summer. It's absolutely fantastic. They really have done this one. Tremendous credit. Really, really have. Absolutely spectacular gin. That one is the lavender.